The Pentagon does have a UFO program, and they only told us about it because they got caught. They admitted that the public was not supposed to know about any of this alien stuff. It's only because it got leaked that they had to try to get ahead of it and say, oh yeah, by the way, this is real and we've been trying to hide it from you, but oh well. Among some of the Pentagon's most secretive programs is the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Just say UFO. Y'all try too hard. The program was dedicated to investigate reports of unidentified flying objects. UFOs, doy. But for years, it was never formally acknowledged by the Department of Defense. The agency claims the program stopped receiving funds in 2012. However, many believe it continues to operate to this day. Of course it is. They just say, oh yeah, we'll stop this now that we got caught, and then they make another project that does the same thing. Y'all aren't very good liars. They really think they're being sneaky. Apple's top secret iPod. Didn't we throw all of those away or just leave them in our childhood nightstand? According to former Apple software engineer David Shayer, the tech company worked with the U.S. Department of Energy on a covert project back in 2005. The special iPod was allegedly supposed to act as a Geiger counter by testing radiation levels in the air. You could walk around the city casually listening to your tunes while recording evidence of radioactivity, scanning for smuggled or stolen uranium. That stuff is worth a lot of money. Or evidence of a dirty bomb development program. So it can actually sniff out some illegal stuff, with no chance that the press or public would get wind of what was happening. Well, obviously someone found out. The FBI was tracking Bigfoot, or some hunter in an outrageous costume. I'm sorry, I don't believe in Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever it is. Apparently the FBI really does have a file on everyone, including mystical creatures like Bigfoot. Deep within the FBI's Freedom of Information library, you can track down the agency's file on Bigfoot. Files are released only when a subject is deceased, which not only points to the figure being real, but also suggests that the agency believes it is dead, because they killed it! The playing card escape. During World War II, the US and Britain snuck Allied prisoners of war escape maps using playing cards. The papers, containing detailed escape routes, were hidden in between the layers of the cards. And they're too lazy to check all that. The Geneva Convention stated Christmas care packages were allowed to be delivered to POWs, which is how the decks of cards went undetected. That is so smart. But my stupid, clueless butt would just be like, ooh, Uno cards, let's play. Oh, that's a junk card, and it's the escape map. And then I just keep playing the game while I'm a prisoner of war. There's really no saving me. The Navy UFO videos weren't supposed to be released. There are at least 3 videos released by the US Navy documenting UFO activity. However, those videos were never supposed to have leaked. Along with the confirmation that the videos were taken by Navy pilots and capture unexplained aerial phenomena, the agency also admitted the footage was never intended for the public to see. Why? We have the right to know that there is some strange, unexplained stuff just watching us. It's like a stalker. And you're just gonna keep that a secret? How long did you think that would last? The only reason I don't believe any of those like old, super bad quality videos that show UFOs is because none of them are clear. You would think they would have a clear image by now floating around TikTok, but at the same time, people are really good at Photoshop now, so it's really hard to believe. I still believe in them. I believe there's definitely other intelligent life out there, but I'd like to see it myself. And it could also just be some nerd's drone. The CIA built a robot dragonfly. They are literally everywhere. So thanks to James Bond and other spy movies, our imaginations are filled with possibilities for covert devices on the spy trade. But the reality is so much better than imagined. At least that's how we felt when the CIA released never-before-seen devices from the 1970s at the CIA Museum in Washington. Among the gadgets was a drone-like dragonfly known by the CIA as the Insectothopter. They really had fun with naming that one. I wonder if he got like a pay raise. Or he just let his kid name it. Imagine if the mosquitoes that are just like buzzing in your ear for like 30 minutes, they just won't leave you alone. That is the government trying to read your brain. So, kill it. And they also invented a robot catfish. A fully functional robot fish, but we can't have a fully waterproof iPhone yet? That is just not fair. Meet Charlie. That's such an innocent name. The CIA's top secret catfish. Dude, I used to fish catfish. I probably caught him. The agency built the robotic part submarine in the 90s to see if it was possible to build an uncrewed underwater vehicle. Charlie's purpose was to collect water samples without being detected, but it is unclear if it ever succeeded. Since the agent controlling the unmanned vehicle needed to be nearby for it to work, as well as catfish not being very common in the 90s, it can be assumed that the invention wasn't too useful. It's literally like a remote control boat. You have to have someone nearby. Y'all signal ain't much better than ours. The military's attempt at weaponizing lightning. They literally tried to control the weather. I guess this is where all those rumors about Obama controlling the rain came from. Imagine a weapon that couldn't be traced to the attacker. That was the idea behind the CIA's past attempt at weaponizing lightning, according to a declassified document in 1967. While the invention turned out to be functional, the agency never fulfilled the program. Bull crap. If they actually got it to work, I guarantee they're using it in war overseas or something. But we're not getting into all that politics and crap. We don't do that here. If that fell into the wrong hands, this world would be over. World War III, 4, 5, we'd be donezo. I mean, if y'all can control the weather, then can y'all just give me like really relaxing rain and a little bit of thunderstorms just around my house? I like it. The existence of Iran's military dolphins. I heard of these! While many are concerned over Iran's nuclear capabilities, the military is also keeping a watchful eye on its sea. In 2000, Iran purchased a fleet of military-trained dolphins from Russia. They literally trained dolphins to run into submarines or boats with bombs strapped to them. And no one knows whether they're alive or not today. No, they're not. They trained them to die. The dolphins were originally trained by the Soviet Union to kill and attack enemy ships. I really hope they're not still using this because it is obviously very inhumane, but you never know. The Air Force's unmanned space plane. They just had the biggest remote control drone. Since 2010, the US Air Force has been launching an unmanned space plane into orbit to carry out classified tests. They really needed to make something to carry out the most top secret missions that literally no one could know about. What are y'all doing up there? The aircraft, known as X-37B Orbital Test Vehicle 5, has carried out 5 missions since it initially launched, the last spending a record-breaking 780 days in orbit. Yo, what are y'all doing up there? Our government going crazy. The CIA's Soviet-era bird drone concept. So that's why everyone in New York thinks all the pigeons are drones. With the Cold War brought tons of covert inventions, some of which were only recently declassified. The CIA's Project Aqualine, for example, was intended to create a fleet of bird drones that would act as spy planes and couriers in the Cold War. The invention, although never completed, was intended to be nuclear powered so they could stay up in the air for up to a month. Okay, I know they're saying none of these were like completed and they just cut the project, but they're saying that because they got caught, and I guarantee some of them New York pigeons are drones. Because there's this one bird that hangs out in my backyard all the time just staring at me, and he's really fat. Like, really fat for a tiny bird. I guarantee he's a robot. And he's just reporting to the government how many times I postmated Taco Bell this week. He's like, y'all need to send her a diet plan. An unclassified object was caught on film in 2018. The world was shocked when a leaked video of an unidentified aerial phenomena appeared in 2020. But the government was far less surprised, as they knew about the footage for 2 years. Taken from what is believed to be a something pilot, the object is described as cube-shaped. A floating cube? Are you kidding me? That is some alien crap. And apparently they investigated the matter, but of course, as always, they didn't want to tell anyone about it until they figured it out, and even then, they probably weren't going to tell us. But just to clarify, guys, there is proof that UFOs are real. There is stuff that they see that they cannot explain. I think it's really cool. A little scary, but mostly cool at the same time, because I like learning about this stuff. I like learning new things. I know I act stupid most of the time, but I'm actually really good in school. But anyways, that's it for the top 10 biggest government secrets. Comment below which one was the creepiest or coolest. As always, please subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on social media, links are all down below. And comment below what you guys would think of me starting a Twitch streaming account, possibly doing like Red Dead Redemption 2, RDR Online, GTA, whatever. Just let me know what you would think and if you would watch. And I'll see you tomorrow.